Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a smoked picanha. Super excited about this. I haven't never smoked a picanha before. I have cooked one on the grill where we salt it, flip it, cut it, serve it all at one time. Super delicious, but today I'm going to cook this one for about 7 hours. So hopefully this doesn't go the way of our ribs. I'm doing this on a pellet smoker today, so it's a little bit more controlled. I'm also going to have it probed on my ThermoPro digital thermometer so I can watch it on my phone. So let's get to doing some seasoning. Okay, so things didn't work out exactly the way I said. It'll still be about a seven hour cook, but here's what happened. Alright, so I'm out here, I'm just prepping my Pit Boss, my pellet smoker, and I always check just to make sure the pellets are still loose, nice and dry, because I leave these outside, and sometimes I've had them where they caked up just because of moisture, but everything seemed to be okay. Filled up the reservoir there with extra pellets. This should last me through the whole cook and probably another 10-hour cook after that. So this thing doesn't use a lot of fuel. So anyway, all right, we'll let that get hot. We'll get inside, finish seasoning our picanha, and then we'll come out and get this cook going. So let's get to doing some seasoning. Before I obviously put anything on here, I want to make sure we're super dry. Get all the moisture off, extra blood juice there. We'll put that over here. Just pat it down and get all of that off of it. And the reason we do that is because we want the binder to stick to the meat, and then the seasoning to stick to the binder to the meat. So, all right, I think we're good to go. Today I'm going just in with some yellow mustard. I tried another concoction when I did the ribs last time, and it was very cakey. So I'm gonna hold off, getting adventurous for my next cook. But for today, for this picanha, we're just going in with some mustard, and I'll tell you about the seasonings here in just a minute. That flipped over. Nice little coat of mustard. I'm going in with this Buc-ee's Brisket seasoning. I haven't had it before, but I've had Buc-ee's Brisket, and it's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this, and then I want a little barbecue flavor on this picanha, so I'm going to go in with Buc-ee's barbecue seasoning or rub. I've had this before. It's one of my favorites. Highly recommend that one. Possibly this one too. So we're just going to go in, make sure I open the right one, otherwise we're going to soak this thing in seasoning. So fat cap, I'm just going to kind of go over it a little bit just to have some seasoning there. Not too much, because I'm going in with both seasonings. If I can get that open. There we go. All right, nice color. All right, make sure we get those sides. Perfect. Let's get this flipped over. All right. Make sure we got a nice little spread on the mustard there. Again, I'm going to go in with the brisket. Make sure we get those corners. Anybody else love making a mess when you're doing the seasoning? Kind of like art class when you were a kid. Alright, I think that's good. Let's go back in. Make sure we get those sides. Try not to waste the seasoning. Alright, so the seasoning is done. It's time to get this baby out on the pit. Again, today I'm cooking with the pellet smoker. At least I thought I was. And then I came outside, and this sucker's reading error. Had no heat whatsoever. Just a little bit of smoke here and there. I think something's wrong with the auger. And that's okay. I've got other options. we're going to go in for the Weber today, and we're going to do a charcoal and pecan smoke. What happened, bud? What happened? It's okay. Come back. You don't have to run away. You're scared. All right, we'll let that sit, and we'll get ready. Coals will be ready soon. All right, so the coals are nice and lit. I threw a couple pieces of pecan in there. One about halfway into the coals, and then the other I just have drying there off to the side in case we need it. I don't know that we'll be able to burn both of these today. Alright, so as I suspected, it didn't take very long for those coals to get nice and hot. The pit is ready, and so let's get this picanha smoking. Don't worry about the flames you see there. It's just because I have the top of the lid, or the lid open, a little extra oxygen. I got a little flame going. As soon as I get this closed, it should die down, and we'll be back at about 250. Alright, so I'm going to get the meat positioned just perfectly, you know, away from that flame, but also where the smoke will cross over the meat. I've got the thermometer set on the grate there to give me an idea of what the heat is, where the picanha is. I decided not to probe it because I don't really need to know the temperature, because we're going to be cooking this so long it'll cook through. So I'm going to check back in about an hour, just make sure everything's okay, make sure we're not drying out or charring. But again, I'm monitoring the temperature, so we should be good. Alright, like magic, we're at the 1 hour mark, so we're going to go ahead and check our picanha, make sure we check our firebox, just make sure everything's good. We've got some beautiful color there, and got a little bit of a flame. That wood wants to flame up just, you know, when I open the lid, because I'm giving it extra oxygen and fuel, but that's okay, you know, it'll die down. The temperature has been pretty steady, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm going to add a little bit of charcoal here, reposition the wood, and then I'm going to move the picanha just a little bit further to the other side. But overall, we're looking pretty good. I don't see any major charring or anything like that. So let's get some adjustments and get this closed up. Give it a little bit of a spritz here, and we'll be good to go. Let's get this closed up. And again, I'm going to keep an eye on the thermometer. I'm expecting that temperature is probably going to be super high right now, especially since we got a flame going on. Yeah, it's shooting an alarm there, just letting me know. But it's okay. I'm going to monitor for a few minutes. And like I said, I'm going to deprive it of some oxygen here, and we'll get back in line with our 225 to 250. You know, we've been riding a little bit higher, actually, about 260, 65, but that's okay. We got a long way to go, so no worries. Okay, so there was a worry. Temperature kept going up at a high rate, you know, 325, 335. Anyway, so I opened the grill, and like I suspected, the probe was left over the flame. So I went ahead and adjusted that. I moved it closer to the picanha and away from the fire. So this should give me an accurate reading. We'll get back to cooking here. So again, we're learning. Okay, about an hour later, gonna again just add some more fuel here. Fire was heading down. Want to give it another spritz, make sure we're keeping this thing moist, and we'll just keep on cooking. Okay, at the 3.5 hour mark, I decided it was time to wrap it. It's not a very big picanha, so I just want to make sure we keep it juicy, and then we'll cook it for probably another 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. We'll just monitor the temperature, monitor how much juice is coming out of this thing. I love that thermometer. It always keeps me on my toes, making sure that the temperature is where it needs to be. I should have been using this on the ribs. These gloves definitely make it a lot easier to wrap this, wrap meat on the grill. Before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a nice spritz. Just keep it moist, make sure that paper doesn't burn, and we'll be ready to continue our cook. So I'm just spritzing with some apple cider vinegar and water mixed together. Nothing real special. Okay, so we're in the home stretch. Let's get this closed up. Get one more little spritz before we do that, and then next stop we'll be taking this baby off. It'll be dinner time. All right, everybody, our picanha cook is done. We were cooking or smoking for about 6.5 hours. So I was gonna go 7. It turned out to be a pretty small picanha, so I didn't want to go too long. I didn't want to dry it out. About half the size it was when I put it on the pit. That fat cap definitely rendered down quite a bit. And so let's cut into it and see what we got. I think the grain is going this way. So we're gonna cut, no, I was right. We're gonna cut this way. No, I was backwards. So we're gonna cut the grain against the grain here and see what we get. Cut a couple slices. Man, it's looking really good. Look how juicy that is. Give it a try. With that fat cap. Not exactly fall apart, but not far from it. Wow. I'm gonna cut a little further into it. Let's see what that middle looks like. Definitely got a beefier taste, I think, than brisket. I don't know how hard that is, but definitely not pull apart. Something about that fat cap on a picanha is where the love is at. So, turned out incredible. I would do it again. I think you should try it at home. Smoked picanha is a win. What you think, Crosby? Come here. Crosby's here with me. Up, up, up. Ready? Hold on. All right. Anyway, Crosby's enjoying it. I consider this a win. It's not necessarily fall apart, but I'm gonna eat it. That's for sure. It was fun. We had some grill problems today. I was supposed to cook this on a pellet grill. Pellet grill failed on me today, so I went ahead and cooked it on a Weber grill. So Weber for the win. But I hope you guys like this content. I'm going to continue eating here, and we'll see you later in the next video. Peace. You want to try?
Can you not give me the fat piece?
That's what picanha is about.
No. No, you can give me that piece. Just take off the fat.
Eat it with a small piece. How about that?
Okay, I'll eat the other side. Thank you.
That's smoking.